Hi, I'm Nora Young, and welcome to this special series on the arts tonight.
Welcome to the Fear Hotline. This is the place to share your fears. What scared you as a child? What scares you now? Images, thoughts, moments in your life. By leaving your message, you consent to letting us use your fear in research for the upcoming production of Static, coming to Harbourfront Centre in Toronto, Canada, this September. We will also share your fears with others around the world via the Static podcast. The first step to conquering your fear is to admit what scares you. At the tone, tell us your fear. Don't worry about leaving your name. You can remain anonymous. Thanks for sharing, and soon you will be fearless.
And people did share their fears in response to that voicemail message, and their fears will become part of Static, a new multimedia performance opening next week at Harbourfront Centre in Toronto. In it, the audience follows a character named Max as he confronts his fears, and we confront our own. Laura Mullen and Chris Tolley are the co-directors of Static, and they join me now. Hi.
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 So what was the genesis of this project about fear? Did you come from watching a horror movie or something? How did it all get rolling?
Well, we've actually been spending a lot of time talking about fear and how fear holds back lives and how fear holds back careers. We spent the first couple of years, the theater that we did was very, I think, safe, and we were unhappy with it. And finally, as a reaction to that, we decided to produce something that was the most terrible show that we could. We did a show called Romeo Juliet Remixed, and that had so many insane elements, elements where the audience moved throughout and played a really integral role. The entire thing was on a very long digital tape, so the actors had to be rehearsed right down to the millisecond. It was the most terrifying thing we could have done, and at the end, the rewards were so great. We were so proud of the show, and afterwards we thought, why didn't we do this years before? And it was because we were scared. And we decided at that point on we were going to try and do the most terrifying show that we could, because I think the payoff in the end is so much greater.
Laura, what did you find compelling about the idea of fear as a subject?
I think as artists and as people in our 30s, we sort of realized, or I realized anyway, that fearlessness is for the young. And as I got older, I started to pick up more and more fears. And I started to, think about, and we would talk about, where did that come from? Why am I suddenly afraid to get on an airplane with because somebody's carrying a bottle of water? I mean, it can overtake you. And I think it's sometimes just in the work we do, it's sometimes sort of stopping and saying, am I not doing this, or am I questioning that because I'm afraid of something? And if so, why? And how many other people are being held back, and how does my fear impact other people? Mm-hmm.
So what will we actually experience when we go to see Static?
Well, we're going to see a show that takes place within the mind of a character named Max, who is the night security guard at Harbourfront Centre. And he is someone who, over the years, like many of us, has slowly shut down by fear, become paralyzed. And the show takes place within the 9 seconds that he has a gun to his head when he decides he has to end it all. And his life flashes in reverse order through his mind, from his death to his birth. And we visit rooms in Harbourfront which represent the rooms of his mind, memories of his life, and the fears he's picked up along the way.
Wow, it sounds cool. And it's not actually 9 seconds long. It's 9 seconds.
I should say it's 9 seconds in 90 minutes.
Well, I want to listen to a little clip that gets us inside the mind of Max. Let's have a listen, shall we?
Oh my God. What have I done? The look on those people's faces. Those poor people. I am so fired. Where am I? Am I dead? I must be. But if I am, why do I feel like this? These say when people die, they're at rest. This isn't restful. This is goddamn terrifying. Try to fill my days, but some seem agonizingly long.
But it didn't take long to get halfway to where I was heading.
I've spent my childhood, my youth, my 20s without a father. I don't want to spend my adulthood without one too.
What was she thinking as that last breath left her? And she quietly slipped into the unknown.